Welcome back, Tater Tots, to the channel for another new episode of our Solar System Legacy Challenge, episode 54. So it is Monday morning. Evan is in here getting his yoga workout in before school, and today is actually Children's Day, and he has been wondering if his dad, Vance, is going to give them anything for Children's Day because, they're all his children. And Eden had a really big one back when she was very little. And so they're waiting to see if Vance remembers. But little do they know, Vance here, way to block the screen at an important moment, Evan. But anyways, Vance here remembers nothing. He has no idea it's Children's Day. He is not even focused on that. You can see he's over here just working up a sweat, just gotta keep my bod in shape so I can get the ladies, because he's always a player. But then we've got over here Evan, who is just feeling the disappointment, and he's like, okay, here goes dad talking about girls again, just the usual. So yeah, unfortunately for them, which they don't know yet, is Vance is not going to remember anything about Children's Day. And you can tell that he's already getting like a negative moodlet talking to his dad. So yeah, they're not having a great start. And oh, here is Eve down here doing something on the computer. But okay, let's check Eli. We need to get him up and ready for school. He is extremely stinky, and we can't have this boy getting that embarrassed with that. So we're going to have him come in here and get that taken care of. And I think the rest of them all have pretty good stats. So on that note, guys, we're going to send everyone off to school, and I will see you later. The kids have all returned home from school, and look who has just popped on by, Metasol. She must have been thinking about Vance. So Eli's going to come over here and introduce himself to her. I don't know why he doesn't know her already, but I mean, I guess technically she was much more involved with Vance and his brothers than she was ever with Look, that was such an awkward introduction. Oh my gosh, he thinks she is stuck up, which, I mean, he's not totally wrong. So he's just gonna complain about everything to her. She's like, hi, is your dad home? Eli's like, no, my dad's at work. She's like, oh, okay, well, just let him know that I came by. And he's like, yeah, sure, will do. Send her on home. Okay, but we're gonna have the kids. Girl, get off this computer. You're always doing something on this computer. And what is he doing? Oh, he's taking a shower or a bath. Good for him. Yep, there we go. Get going, girl. Nobody wanted you here anyways. Yep, there she goes. All right, so we're going to have Evan come over here and give a Children's Day gift to his brother. So what should we give him? we need to buy something for each other. They can at least celebrate, Children's Day amongst one another. So can't I like buy things from here? Trendy, social bunny, entertainment, travel, shopping. There we go. Evan has finished his bath, so we're going to have him come over now to give him a Children's Day gift. So for Eli, we have gotten him a bonsai bud, and then we're also going to give him these seasonal fall plants because we know that Eli is into plants. His aspiration is the freelance botanist or the curator, whatever it is. But here he goes. He's like, hey, bro, happy Children's Day. I got you a little something that I think you might really enjoy. Something that you've been getting into lately with your hobby. He's like, oh my gosh, thanks. And fall's coming up. This is perfect timing. But, oh, just kidding. He's like, oh, just kidding. I thought I would just, trick you out and make you think that I was really excited that you gave me plants, bro. Plants. He's like, hey, it's for your hobby. So don't you be too upset about it. But okay, let's see if we can give him the other one. Maybe he'll like the bonsai buds more. Come back, Evan. Come back. Yeah, come back here and do your little strut back over. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, bro, I got you one more thing. It's like, really? One more thing? Is it better than just the fall plants? What is it? Bonsai buds? That's it? Come on, man. He's like, hey, you're welcome. Love you too, bro. Okay, well, Eli, let's check and see if your gift is any better. So here we go. We're going to have him give him a game of groans. So here we go. Come on, Eli. Look, he's all sad. Time to wear black. No one would understand. He's being super dramatic. He's like, all right, Evan, happy Children's Day. He's like, oh, thanks. What did you get me? And he's like, I got you this book. Oh, looks like he's pretty happy about it. It is what he wanted. So, poor Eli got the short end of the stick. But hey, it is for his hobby. But let's give something to Eve here because she does need to have something. Oh, he has eggs. We should definitely give her some of those decorative eggs. I think she might really like that. Rarity, common, common. They're all common, but I feel like she would really like this one up here because Eden did collect them, but maybe she'd like to have some of her own, and that just happens to be what I have in my inventory. Happy Children's Day, Eve. I hope you have a wonderful day. She's like, oh my gosh, Eli, thank you so much for thinking of me. She did like it, so that's great. So I'm going to actually go into his inventory and I'm going to put one of these eggs over here in Evan's inventory. So now Evan has one, and now he can give his sis a gift as well. So come on, don't forget your sis. Okay, there we go. So as you guys can see, Vance is home now, of course, and he's just over here, making coffee, doing his thing and whatnot. But he has not done a thing. He hasn't even spoken to his children since he got home. So the kids are all kind of aggravated because, they're over here celebrating together. Like, it's obvious they're not hiding it from their dad. They're like, Dad, hello, do you notice anything? And he's just way too focused on himself. And then we're going to have Eli come over here, though, and talk to Vance because we do need to let him know that Metasol showed up. Let's go light fireworks at the Humor and Hijinks Festival. He's calling Eli. It is a Monday night with Grandpa. I'm gonna cancel. Okay, Eli, oh my gosh, he's exhausted. We need to get down here and tell him about Metasol showing up. So we're gonna have him come down here. We're gonna click Mock Uncool Adult because I just want them to kind of argue a little bit. It's like, hey, Dad, by the way, some girl named Metasol showed up and said she was looking for you. Like, why do you always have these women coming looking around for you? Vance is like, are you kidding me? Like, why are you making fun of me for this? Like, excuse me if your dad's an attractive bachelor. And he's like, oh my gosh, Dad, seriously? Why would you call yourself that? There is nothing that's an attractive bachelor about you. Like, do you know what kinds of things you're doing here? Like, how many hearts you're breaking? Think of all the moms we have in our lives. Eli is exhausted. He just, as you can see, his energy bar is gone. So we need to have this boy. I think I'm just going to have him take a nap. And Vance is just going to come over here. We're going to have him serve up something for dinner for everybody. And we'll get everyone taken care of. Vance made some mapo, what is it again? Sweet and sour pork. Just kidding. I thought it was the other thing. But yeah, so he's made it for the kids. Looks like a lot of them are struggling with their chopsticks. They're like, wow, Dad, this is a great meal. The food is good, but why do we have to use chopsticks? He's like, it is for a cultural experience, kids. Just, it's fine. It's not that bad. Like, he's just over here. And actually, Eli's not too bad. Well, okay, he's struggling. I spoke too soon. But yeah, they're like, wow, this is a great end to Children's Day. Like, oh, so Eve, did they do anything in your class at school today for Children's Day? She's like, oh yeah, we had a big celebration, gave out cards. The teachers were super nice. And look, Vance, no comment. Totally silent, still not saying anything. This boy, he is failing right now at parenting. And there he goes, just leaving. Eve's like, I can't believe Dad is acting like this. Like, the older I get, the more I'm realizing how many flaws he has. Eli is just out here at 9 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock at night, just floating, feeling sad and depressed. Once again, emotional mood swings and whatnot. But tomorrow is Tuesday, which is Evan's birthday, and he's going to become an adult. And so I think Eli is feeling, a little bit of the sadness knowing that his big bro is about to move out of the house and it's just going to be him and Eve with his dad. And it's just making things really hard on him. But we love this boy. We got to take good care of him because he's going to be our next, what do you call it, heir leader for Gen 3. So I'm going to get everyone to bed and I'll see you guys tomorrow. The boys have woken up this morning and they have just been teasing each other nonstop, and it's been freaking adorable. Like, Eli flicked Evan's nose, and then Eve came in. She heard them laughing. Was like, "What are you guys doing in here?" They're like, "Oh, just got to give him a hard time since it's the birthday boy. Got to give him, an equal number of flicks to the nose as you know, for how old he is. So they are all just trying to have a good time before school starts. Oh, look, and Vance decided to come in and join. He's like, wait, what's going on? And notice how they're basically trying to completely ignore their dad. And of course, Vance wakes up feeling flirty. Oh my gosh, Vance, seriously? And like Eli is already just like, Dad, seriously, like we don't have time for this right now. Me and Evan are having conversations like, hey, well, it's your brother's birthday today. So I just wanted to find out what kind of a cake you wanted. Evan's like, you know, Dad, I think I would really like just a chocolate on chocolate cake. Is that something you can do? He's like, that's easy. I got this. Expect a cake after school. We have such a raging thunderstorm outside. It is so bad. Like, look at this heavy rain. Ugh. And look at the trees. They're blowing so hard. What if we had tornadoes in this game? Like, you just straight saw a funnel come through and just rip the trees. That would be kind of crazy and intense. Part of me kind of wants that. Somebody should make a mod for that. Anyways, I think I'm going to get everyone taken care of, sent off to school, and we'll be back this afternoon. It is after school, and Evan here is terrified. He's like, what am I doing out here in this storm? And he's horribly stinky for his birthday. And of course, guys, worst case scenario, he's going to take a cautious shower. I've never seen that option before. But he has come home from school, and yet again to be disappointed because Vance said that there would be a chocolate cake for him right after school, and there's not. Vance isn't here, no cake is done, and that's just unfortunately how it is. And see how they like hop in the shower and then get out? Like my Sims have been doing that so much. But then, so because they felt bad about it, Eve is over here making a cake for her brother because she wants to make sure that he has something. But this girl has like never cooked hardly anything in her life. So she's like, okay, following the box instructions for a chocolate cake. This shouldn't be too hard, right? I've got this. I've totally got this. And Evan is, or not Evan, Eli is going to grab himself. Oh my gosh, girl, like, what a way. Here comes Evan freaking out. He's like, oh my gosh, Eve, what are you doing? What's going on? And oh my gosh, look at them. They are so brave. I swear, the Charm family is always full of brave people. But okay, Vance just got home. Dang, he received 5,382 simoleons as an insurance payment for the items that were damaged in the recent... Oh, for the fire. Oh, because this thing's ridiculously expensive. I forgot about that. Well, we'll go ahead and replace it. But, yeah, we'll replace this too. And, oh, can I not replace this thing? Well, that's dumb. But, oh, poor Eve. She's just over here bawling her eyes out because she feels terrible. She's like, Evan, I failed you. I'm so sorry. I tried to make you a cake. And Evan's like, it's not a big deal, Eve. Thank you so much for trying, but, you know, it's not worth us catching the house on fire. So she's super embarrassed, which I totally get. And here comes Vance acting like nothing is wrong. But we're going to get him in here to go ahead and bake that chocolate cake. And so he's getting in here thinking that, you know, nothing is wrong once again and that things have just gone well because Vance has been so focused lately on just, you know, his job and, you know, just getting around, taking care of his, you know, romantic needs and letting the kids just kind of fend for themselves because he views them as, you know, since they're teens, almost adults, that they're able to take care of themselves. So why should he have to? Eli's coming over to check on Eve. He's like, hey sis, you are great. Thank you so much for what you're trying to do for Evan. Like, we totally get it. It's not your fault. And she's like, bro, I love you, but you stink. You need to go take a shower. So we're going to send this boy in here to take care of that ish. Also, I forgot to tell you guys that both Evan and Eli got notifications saying that my principal called to say that my school performance is pretty shaky. If I'm not careful, I could drop a grade. I was told to focus on my school goals, keep a good mood at school, and make it on time every day. So, yeah. Apparently the boys aren't doing too well. So they're just having a great day here on Evan's birthday. But, you know, of course, he's just going to run inside. Boy, you better run inside. Stop running outside if you're so scared. But we're going to have him come and make a wish. Get Eli to come on in here because we want the siblings. Oh, poor Eve. She is still so embarrassed about everything. So here goes Eli, or not Eli, Evan. He's like, I've got the perfect wish. And there are his siblings. Super stoked and excited for him. Okay, I don't know what he thinks he's holding. And Vance is singing. Of course he is. Okay, here he goes. All right, so he is a maker, he's adventurous, and okay, he's family oriented. So with that being the case that he's family oriented, I think we're going to do big happy family as his aspiration because that's the last thing that he hasn't had. He has not had a happy family. And graduation, congrats, grad. Evan has successfully completed high school. He can venture forth in the world with his head high and doors open. His future awaits. So, all right. And so he's no longer in scouting. She's having anger management. Talk it through with someone. Vance always says to do a workout. Okay, so here is Evan, and he looks adorable. So happy to see him grow up. And so he's going to come over here and talk about fears and whatnot over here with Eli, but they're just going to talk about they're just going to have a conversation, and they're just excited that, you know, his brother's growing up and that he's moving on, and he's like, hey, are you going to go to university or what? Evan thinks he's just going to jump right into the workforce though, rather than go to university. He just wants to, you know, dive right on in, dip his toes in the water per se. So they're out here spending time together, and looks like Eve did a little bit better with her chopsticks there. So great, we've got another one of our sons aged up, and guys, Eli will become an adult as well on Thursday. So yeah, we're going to probably wait to move the brothers out at the same time is what I'm thinking. And so, yeah, I think that's what Evan's going to have a conversation with him about. He's like, hey, I've got something that I want to talk with you about. So I was thinking, your birthday's coming up soon. You know, we're not very far apart in age. So would you want to move out with me? We could get an apartment together, and, you know, that way we can, you know, be on our own away from dad, but, you know, help each other out. I think it'd be a great idea. And Eli, how is he reacting? Looks like he's like, I'll think about it, man. So I think he's feeling pretty excited about it. But Eli, he must be really nervous. I mean, he is supposed to have that paranoid trait. So he's sitting here working on homework, probably because of that call we got about from the principal about his grades being shaky. So this poor guy, what is this? Have a child. Boy, boy, you need to hold up. He is already wanting a baby so bad. And chat with Daryl. Oh, geez. Birthday. So he had a good one. A friend with 2 cents. Feeling close. Made a new good friend. And okay, Eve, what are you up here doing? She is so tense. She had a stressful day at school. She's on the edge of breaking out. There was a fire, but she did put the fire out. She's not good with chopsticks. This poor girl is just out here crying in the rain. Oh, Eve, we love you so much, sweetheart. Oh, hang in there. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. So thank you so much, Tater Tots, for joining me on this very action-packed episode, and lots of teenage hormones flying in this house, and anger and fear and just all sorts of problems. But yeah, I am super excited, guys. The next episode will be our last and final episode of Gen 3. Or not Gen 3, Gen 2 of our Solar System Legacy Challenge. So be ready, guys. We are getting up here to the conclusion of Season 2. And then Season 3 will be the start of Gen 3. And oh my gosh, who just got that? Have a sim get into video? Oh, Vance. Of course it was Vance. Not paying any attention to his children, but playing video games. So once again, thank you so much, Tater Tots, and I will catch you next time. See ya!
Now we go way, way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come. Oh, I've got